Sabah everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today I have for you the unboxing and initial impressions of the OnePlus 5 and the exclusive welcome bundle. This was something that was available during the early drop, so you were able to pick up the device and the exclusive welcome bundle that came with a few things that are necessary to get our device taken care of and set up right from the box. This is TK. Let's go ahead and check out this brand new OnePlus 5. So the OnePlus 5 comes on its own. You're able to pick this up right now. Actually, it's available for regular ordering directly from OnePlus's website. I did pick up the 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gigabytes of storage model, Black Edition, and I'll show you guys in a second. Now, the welcome or the exclusive welcome bundle includes a few things. We have a case, basically the carbon fiber case. We have an additional screen protector, glass screen protector that I'm able to pick up directly. With the 3T from last year, I noticed there was a lot of manufacturers that created glass protectors that were not working very well. Definitely something that when you pick it up from the manufacturer, you know it's going to work. Of course, we have the headphones, the version 2 version of the headphones, and we also have an extended, longer 100 centimeter cabled USB Type-C. And of course, this is the OnePlus branding on this. So we're going to go ahead and unbox the main device, check out the different accessories, and see how they perform. As I mentioned to you guys, I did pick up the 8 gig model of this device. Now, this is going to be running the Snapdragon 835 processor. Overall, as far as the actual design, it's what we've seen on a lot of the pictures and a lot of the leaks. It took a lot of inspiration from other devices on the market right now. So let's go ahead and pick it up. Here it is. The screen, there seems to be already a screen protector that's installed. I'm not sure if this is glass, but it sounds like it's glass. And here we are, the OnePlus 5. Again, this is the Black Edition. We have the dual camera set up right now with the microphone and the LED flash. We have a volume, there's the power button, the SIM ejector tool here for the SIM card. There is no additional SD card options. On the left side, we have the notification toggle, well, the slider for turning on the notification sounds, either silent or private mode. And of course, we have the ability of going here with the volume rocker. On the front, we have the upgraded camera, the speaker grill, the fingerprint sensor is still present in the front, and we still have the 5.5-inch 1080p display that we've had on the 3T. On the top, not much. On the bottom, we have a USB connector, USB Type-C, 3.5mm headphone jack, an additional microphone, and a single firing speaker. Overall, feels very nice in the hand, a very actual nice upgrade. Here I have the 3T. Overall aesthetics, you'll notice it's about the same. The bezels look pretty much the same. The fingerprint sensor placement is again about the same. We do have the additional sensors here that you can't see a little bit. On this side, we still have the same configuration, power, SIM card. On the back, the camera was centered last year with the 3T. On this one, we have it, it's more to the left with the dual camera setup. On the left side, we still have the toggle on the top. They're both textured, so very nice, and of course, volume rocker. The antenna bands are a little bit more prominent here on the 3T, mostly because this is a silver edition. On the black one, they're actually more curved around the bottom and around the top, so you don't see them as much. Of course, the microphone is still present over there. And on the top, nothing. On the bottom, we still have the 3.5mm headphone jack, the single firing speaker that's sitting in the same spot, and then the USB Type-C connector with a microphone to the right of that. Looking in the box, we're pretty much going to be greeted with just pretty much the same information we normally get. That's the instruction manual, SIM card removal tool, thank you letter from Carl Pei, as usual, never missed. Dash charger built in, also has been rated to be one of the fastest fast chargers on the market right now, and that we can actually use. Now, I did pick up the exclusive welcome package as far as the bundle, and it does give me a longer cable, so I'll be able to use this cable, which I really like, the red and black, the white one here. And of course, I have the longer 100 centimeter one I can use probably in the car or at the office. Here is the version 2 Bullet headphones from OnePlus. Last year, we had a different version of those. They've definitely been upgraded. Well, wow, very nice. I like the packaging. You can pick them up directly, open up the box. Let's go ahead and power it on for the first time. Okay, right there, vibration motor turned on. Nice long cable. We have a volume up, volume down, the ability of interacting with the actual device. And then we have a microphone in the back with the OnePlus branding on the top. Next, we have the screen protector. I'm just going to go ahead and open up here. And we do have instruction manual, the stickies to be able to install those. We have an application chamois right there to clean it up. And of course, the application squeegee here to be able to make sure to get all those air bubbles out. And let's double check here. Oh yeah, very nice. It does come with a black background, and it's actually not black, so you just want to be aware of it. It says tempered glass screen protector. All the cutouts are done correctly. It says never settle. And of course, you could just peel it from the back and then install it on your device. I'm assuming the one that we have that's already built in should be good enough. Oh, here we go. Don't need to use the knife. And very nice, very thin actually also, so matches the device, should look very nice on your device. Of course the OnePlus logo mirrors it, and I find that actually when you put the case on it, it looks less of, and I'm have to say obviously less of an iPhone than an iPhone would look like, because it looks actually very different. It's very nice, very contouring to the case, very friendly for glass protectors if you're going to be using them. Again, I'm not sure, but it feels like this is a glass protector from the way at least it sounds, so I'll have a chance to check that out. I did turn on the device. Let's go ahead and set it up real quick and get into the interface. So I have both devices up and right now. You'll notice first thing obviously is we are looking at pretty much very similar comparisons here. We're going to be going from a Snapdragon 821 to a Snapdragon 835. Now I have 6 gigs of RAM on the 3T here. I have 8 gigs of RAM on the OnePlus 5, 64 gigs of internal storage. We have 128 gigabytes of internal storage. Now I want to mention though is that there is a different version of this that has 6 gigs and 64, which will be more comparable. I did decide to go with the slightly higher end version of it. Also, the color on this is the black edition, where this one is more of the gray or the maybe brushed aluminum gray version. The other thing I want to mention to you guys is as far as overall performance right now, we're expecting the OnePlus 5 to perform way better, specifically in the camera department, audio performance, as well as the overall just snappiness of the UI. Of course, this is still brand new. We're using the same interface that we've had with OnePlus. I do have Nova installed on my device here. That's one of the reasons why it looks a little different. There is an update that's pulling down directly on the OnePlus 5, so if you pick it up, you're definitely going to see an update. Going into the settings real quick. Similar interface, similar setup. Again, we're running Oxygen OS. Let's go all the way down to the bottom. Android 7.1.1. Let's go here. Oxygen OS 4.5. Oxygen OS. Let's see, where is it here? 4.1.6. So we're running slightly different versions, more updated directly on the OnePlus 5. Obviously, the new one will probably be getting more updates very sooner. And of course, as I mentioned, you guys have 8 gigs of RAM, 6 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of internal storage, 128 over here on the left. Android security patch as the May 1st. Both of them are running on the same thing. See real quick what we have installed. So out of the box, we have the standard Google suite of applications, Gmail, YouTube. I think the Assistant should also be installed out of the box. You should be able to turn it on as we saw here. The Play Store is set up. It's ready to be used. The shelf is standard, Oxygen OS launcher interface. So if you want it, you can keep it. If you don't, you can disable it. Just say allow. And then you can actually disable it by going into the settings, and then you can just disable shelf. You have the swiping gestured app shortcuts, and of course Icon Pack. Right now it's running the OnePlus Icon Pack. So this is the one that comes right out of the box. And it's very similar to the Google, the Pixel launcher if you've used it before. So let's go ahead and go home. Swiping up. And then just basic information, very, very nice. Let's go ahead and turn on, I want to see how the audio plays compares to what we have here. I'm going to play a couple of songs here just to see how the audio performance is between the two. Volume level, we're about 50%. Let's bring it up here. Actually, I had that one. So here it is, about 50%. Let's go higher. Let's go ahead and check it out here. Let's see here. Let's go 100% here. I have a feeling that the OnePlus 5 is actually louder. So overall, as far as the sound performance, I think the OnePlus 5 has definitely a little bit of a boost as far as when it comes to audio reproduction, as far as just overall sound. Still have to do a quick comparison between the two later on just to kind of see how the audio playbacks with the headphones. But again, screen size, definitely very nice. We stuck to the same 5.5-inch display. Still have the ability to support dual SIM cards on both these devices. So if you're running two SIM cards at the same time, you're going to be able to use them. Last thing I wanted to show you guys before we get into the camera real quick is we do have the option of going into reading mode, which is a nice little feature that they added, essentially turning the screen entirely into a monochrome black and white, giving us that paper white consistency as if you're using an e-reader. So if you ever want to read a book on this at night, you don't have to worry about getting that really bright light whites, and you have basically much more close to paper coloring, and you're able to turn it on and off whenever you'd like. Of course, we also have night mode, which gives us the ability to turn off some of those blue tones in the color in the display so that we have a better way of falling asleep. So last but not least, I wanted to talk to you guys about the camera. The camera itself has definitely been upgraded since last year. We did lose some things, but we gained some other things. On the front sensor, we have a 16 megapixel f2.6 aperture. It does have the ability of recording up to 1080p video. Let's go right up here. How you guys doing? And then you can basically switch over to video, and you can see here 1080p and 720p is the resolution. We do have the ability of switching over and going into portrait mode, pro mode, time-lapse, slow motion, panorama, as well as photo. Switching over to the back sensors. On the back, we have two new sensors here. The 16 megapixel sensor in the back here is an f1.7. It's a wide angle lens. The 20 megapixel sensor on the right here, we have an f2.6 aperture, but it is more of a telephoto lens. So you're able to basically punch in directly into your subject. So let's go ahead and open up the camera, double pressing the power button. And you can see right there, regular, telephoto, regular, telephoto. So I can snap a picture here, jump back, snap another picture. So here's a quick sample from the 16 megapixel wide angle lens f1.7 on the back. There's two sensors, obviously. There's going to be this one and the 20 megapixel sensor that's at f2.6 that's built in next to it. So let's go ahead and switch over to that. Now, obviously, this is a telephoto lens. I'm going to be a lot closer to you guys. Hopefully, the picture is a little bit better as far as being closer to me. The one thing you want to be aware of, the aperture on this one is f2.6, and this is more of a, I guess they call it a telephoto lens, since it's technically bringing subject in. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the front lens, which is also a 16 megapixel sensor, but that one is rated at f2.6. Went ahead and switched over to the front camera. We have a 16 megapixel f2.6 aperture on the sensor. It's not the same sensor as the one we have on the back, so it's not a wide angle lens, but definitely should be good enough for us to be able to take really good video. It does go up to 1080p, not 1080p 60. We don't have the ability of doing a 4K or any of the other benefits that we have on the back camera, but definitely very good for selfies, for taking videos, conferences, anything like that. I think it's really good. The headphone sounds pretty good. I'll need a little bit more time to be able to test it out with a wider range of music. I'm definitely impressed with the build quality, the build quality overall from last year to this year. I see an improvement. I'm not going to say it's a bad design that they went with. I think the aspirations or the inspirations that they're trying to reach for are definitely there. You can see where they went from and where they're going. It's definitely a nice increase in the fact that we have dual sensors on the back. We have obviously the ability to take better pictures with this. The dual lens setup is basically kicked up. A lot of manufacturers have been able to do it ever since Huawei picked it up last year or even the year before. So I'm really appreciating the fact that we now have a decent set of cameras on this device, and I'm looking forward to testing them out. Audio quality seems to be pretty good. It is a little bit louder than last year. As far as the speaker, headphone so far looks pretty good, promising with the new Bullet version 2 headphones that I picked up as part of the early drop and the special bonus that was available at the time. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I know I'm a little bit late to the game as far as getting my device and getting this video up, but I felt like since this is basically a bigger package, hopefully you guys will be able to check it out, like it, share it with your friends, help support the channel. I would appreciate that. Of course, the big thing I'm going to be doing after this video is done and uploading it to you guys, I'm going to be working on my root video, because definitely that's the first thing I'm going to do with this. Unlock the bootloader, get this thing rooted, and then start moving forward and trying to see some other ROMs, some other development that's going to be going on for the OnePlus 5. That's one of the main benefits of having a OnePlus device, is that there's always going to be a community built around it, either directly from OnePlus or even on XDA. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like and subscribe as usual. Very excited to be able to check this out. Definitely not happy with the fact that we lost OIS from last year in favor of EIS. But, let's just see how the pictures come out. Let's just see how the videos come out, actually, specifically. Are they okay? Or do we even recognize the difference between OIS and EIS? This is TK, and I'll see you guys in the next video.